Start streaming. Now let's see what happens. CPU 9.4%. Geez, flying up already. 20%, 50%. Oh no. Okay, so I've double checked all the stream key, etc. No, that's not that. Oh. And now my phone doesn't want to go on silent.
Oh, wait, you're live. We're live.
Is it working?
It's working.
Thank goodness. Okay, cool. Yes, it is. Yes, it's popped up. Okay, cool. Right, let me find it.
Do you want me to send you a link?
Yes. Oh, got it. Got it. Okay.
Hey.
Right, there we go. No.
Yeah, mute all that stuff.
Sorry.
Hang about. I got to post. Links to people now because people want links because they're too lazy to look on the actual video link. There we go.
Look, if I don't know where it is, I can't blame anyone else for not knowing where it is.
It's very true.
Okay.
Right, I think that should do.
Yeah.
Just drop a link in the broadcast one so Pete can find us once he's finished Discovery.
Oh, is that what they're doing? Discovery? Oh, because they've stopped Battlestar, haven't they?
No, they're still doing Battlestar. They alternate it. So they do Battlestar every 2 weeks and then Discovery every week because their livers like punishment, apparently. And beer. Lots of beer. It's in the title. So I gather.
Yeah. Cool. Oh, we got people actually joining us. Okay.
Hey!
Cool. Thank you very much. Okay, let's start this thing because I don't know when it's going to crash and burn, and I'm not too sure about the sync of what's actually being sent out as well. So,
well, we're not sure, of the sync between us and the chat or of us in the chat.
There's a lot of syncing issues. And so there may be long pauses, but they are on purpose because it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is. And it's the Shonky Lab. And as everyone knows, the Shonky Lab is a little bit shonky.
Yeah.
You know, it's held together by duct tape and codeine and hot water bottles. So
it's a great excuse for having a crap episode. So welcome, everyone.
Episodes are never crap.
No, yeah, you never know. Welcome, everyone, to the Shonky Lab. Thank you for joining us for our lockdown lock-in because no one's allowed to go to the pub at the moment. So we have decided, what have you got? What have you got? You got White Russian?
Of course, it's a white.
Of course.
Silly question, really.
Yes. So, we are going live. We're going live on YouTube as well at the moment.
That's the one.
Yep. I'm not too sure. We're using OBS for the very first time. So, Andy, it is there. On the OBS. That's weird. No, there you go. And the syncing of all the cameras and stuff like that are a little bit out. I don't know how to fix that. I might fix it in post because we're recording this and I might be able to jiggery pokery it at a later date. Fingers crossed.
Yes.
But yeah, we're here just to settle down, have a little chat. We haven't had a beer in such a long time, and they were playing fireworks outside for you for tomorrow, weren't they?
Oh, for tomorrow, yes. But it's been a while since we've had a little get together. 3 months ago since the last one of these.
What, the live ones? Yes, probably.
Yeah,
yes.
Well, it's been 3 months since I had to come to your rescue, and this time we thought we'd just skip all that, and I'd be here from the beginning.
Just start from the beginning. Yes, why not?
Yeah, it's fine.
It's been a while, but things in my life are happening at the moment. We are moving house. This could be, as you said in the green room, this could be the last one that I record live from this room. From this room.
From the Shonky Cave.
From my dining room. My studio. My home studio. But
yeah. Will the new place be in the shed, though? Will you record in the shed finally?
Well,
will you achieve the dream?
in the new place, there is a shed and it does have power. But it is... I looked in the shed when we first went there, and it's like an episode of Indiana Jones where you have all the cobwebs and you have to do this as you walk into the shed because there's just cobwebs everywhere. I'm looking forward to
come up to the light switch, you do a...
Yeah.
And you kind of get the bag of sand out then. Before the whole thing collapses down on top of you.
And then there's like a massive ball that just chases me all the way down a big gully. So
it belongs in a museum.
Yeah.
What does? I do.
So, I'm not too sure where I will be recording. I haven't decided where I'm going to be set up yet. I'm guessing the first time it'll be in the spare room, and then it might be either in the shed. I don't think it'll be in the shed, or the garage, which is kind of, I think everyone's decided that's my domain. That's going to be my domain from now on. So,
will that be your man cave?
I refuse. To call it a man cave. That's
you're not going to have some like Budweiser neon sign on the wall.
No, I refuse to do that. That's not happening. No. I don't have a man cave. Jeez.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you got an opportunity.
No, because I know someone's going to buy me like a man cave sign. I'm like, okay, I have to put that up now, don't I? Oh, I don't want to put it up, but I have to put it up now. Oh.
Yeah.
But no.
Everyone knows what to get you for Christmas now.
I'm going to end up with 20 of them now, aren't I? There's no excuse not to put it up. Jeez.
It's very optimistic. There's 20 people going to watch this, but I like that energy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. So, what are we going to do today? It's just random chat, I think. I think it's one of them, let's get together, let's have a little chat, let's have a little ponder. People are welcome to Skype in. Probably not best to do the video thing, though, because I don't know how much CPU power I've got left on this.
It'll either end up like a Zoom call or one of those Jimmy Fallon intro things where you have all the stars from Star Wars doing an a cappella version of a Star Wars theme.
Yeah, it will.
We don't want that.
No. No. But you're more than welcome to Skype in. It is on the Shonky Lab Skype, which is just Shonky Lab. You look on Skype on there, and I will somehow have to. I have to accept their follows and stuff like that, don't I? So, yeah.
Yeah, we had fun last time, didn't we? Like 15 minutes to get Peter and Anne-Marie in.
Right, I've been doing this like over 12 years now. You'd think I'd have a hang of it, but still.
No, I've met you.
Yeah, still not. That's why it's a Shonky Lab. There you go. There's my excuses. Yeah. So, what you been up to? What's going down?
Well, it's been 2020, which means it's been 84 years. Mm-hmm. When I first suggested we do this, it did look like the world was literally about to tip over. Feels like someone's kind of gone, whoa, step back from the edge. Yep. And, so don't want to jinx it, but it does look like someone has finally put the cursed monkey paw back into the temple. So, we'll have to wait and see. But, I can't complain. Healthy, work's non-existent, but, it's 2020, Most people who aren't working in the elevator industry are like that, aren't they?
Yes, I've been working all the time, but everyone knows that. Oh, look, hang on. I haven't shown you. There's my hot water bottle.
Oh, thank God. I thought it was the colostomy bag.
No. Tis not attached or anything like that. Oh, I totally done my back in. I know I've already said this on Black Dog, but, you guys haven't heard this. Shonky Lab hasn't heard this, have they?
Tell us the tale of the 4-hour chair.
Oh, what happened? So I was working in a place, and I have a little tablet that I have to carry around with me. And I got to site, signed in, went upstairs, and... Oh, hang on a second. I need to press that. There we go. Pete's with us now. Or should be with us.
Nice! Anne-Marie.
There we go.
Hello.
We're waiting for this. I've got my cider.
Oh, man.
In a minute, Peter will be here and I'll scooch up and you'll be able to see him as well. I think I need to put the light on. I think I'm really dark.
Yeah.
There we
It's a
go.
Klingon.
Or has Peter gone for the surreal experience of watching YouTube on our telly and seeing me on
the front room?
You sit there. I'll get my chair and scoot over.
Oh.
They take turns to go and watch themselves on the TV.
He's been talking to a microphone the other side of the room.
I thought
okay.
I was using the webcam one,
Oh.
right?
Oh, the Winky Wank webcam. Oh, that's
The Winky Wank, that's what it's called, is it? The Winky Wank webcam.
It is.
Oh no, it's the Emperor's back again.
Oh,
It's got the dressing
it's
gown. and everything.
scooch over. Right,
Let me change it.
there we are. What are you doing now?
I've got to play. Hang on a second. I've got to play with OBS. There we go. That's a bit better. Something went wonky. It's all going wonky already. So, Peter, you off to bed?
Not yet. Not yet. It's Friday night.
I did say, it would be good to Skype in. You might not want to get into your pajamas. And he went, fuck that. I'm getting into my pajamas. So,
No, he's cosplaying as the Emperor in the last
They are
Star Wars
Trek
film.
pajamas, though.
Oh, that's okay. Mine are hanging up there. I don't know if you can see.
yes. Yeah. Whereas I've got my Battlestar top on. I don't think you can see that.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly can, yes.
I've got my Star Wars underwear on, but I'll spare you all.
Oh, dear.
It's little Mandalorian helmets all over it.
As long as it's not a Baby Yoda posing pouch.
No, not today. No, only on the weekends. Tomorrow, then.
Oh, you're giving us a background effect, are you? What are you
Oh,
doing now?
jeez. So,
Apparently, people cannot see the orgs in the chat, so they say. Or Drew says.
okay, hang on a second. Right, this is going to turn into like one of these Zoom things, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, give me a second. Bear with me. I don't know how to do this. This might not work.
Technology, you know?
Yeah.
This is not going to end well at all. You can still hear the orgs, can't you, in the chat?
I'm sure they can.
Can you hear? They can be the disembodied voices that you hear, you know? It's like your consciousness.
It's like we're doing a podcast.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is the voice of the Mysterion.
There you go. Yeah, Peter's got the halo, Amory's got the horns. There you go. You could be egging us on to, you know. You could
I've
help us.
always got the horn.
Yeah. Well, whatever this is. So have you finished recording Discovery, or is this pre-recording?
We've done the episode, so the feedback.
Oh, okay, cool. Yes. I won't spoil anything, but I have thoughts.
I'm
Thought you might.
surprised.
Thought you might.
Yeah. Get that tomorrow.
But no, because we watch it with the kids.
Uh-huh.
We watch it, then we record like our thoughts on the episode straight away before we forget / before we've had too many beers.
Yeah.
But we give people a day to watch it and then get their feedback to us.
Ah, cool. So excellent.
That's
Good. I've got some time to do
week.
that tomorrow then.
Yeah, but also on a week like this week where we've also done the Battlestar, Peter's got a lot of editing to do. So tomorrow he'll be editing the Battlestar podcast.
See, that's where you're going wrong, mate. We don't edit our stuff, do we?
No, not
just
one
put it out.
bit. No.
Yeah, well, somebody insists on tunes and stuff, don't they? So. Yeah.
Plus,
Amorous.
sometimes I just go off on a tangent, and sometimes you keep the tangent in because it's mad, and sometimes you're just like, this is boring shit. Shut up.
Or libelous sometimes.
Well, yeah, there's been that before. Yeah.
Wait, is it libel if you say it or slanderous? Which one's which?
Oh, slanderous. Yes, slanderous because
There
you
we
say
are.
it. Libel if it's in print.
Right. Oh, okay. Fine. Just wanted to clear that up. In
I think
case
it's
anyone was listening.
liable if it's in media. So if it's on a podcast, it could be libelous.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, you know, either way. Anyway, we've got action in the chat. So we've got lots of people tuning in to listen. You poor people. A lot of people have got alcoholic beverages. JDs and Cokes, wine, beer, cider, White Russians, tea. Few people are watching Disco and Mandalorian and stuff. So good on you, folks. We got Sean from the US is over here. Hey, Sean.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Nice one.
we've got some crossover as well. We've got some guys from the F1 cast have come in as well there, so they're probably wondering what the hell's going on here.
This is a real life car crash. There we go. How about that?
Well,
yeah.
It seems to be a dead point. You can just go, "Meow," and then
do something inappropriate. Yeah. So have you guys been? Because it has been forever since we've seen each other and stuff.
Well, I mean, he, as you guys both know well, went fucking mad, didn't he? And just watched Star Trek 5 over
11 times.
Yes, we were both part of that. Thank you very much.
Yes, you were.
Yes, we were.
Yes.
Next time, is he going to do Star Trek Enterprise? Is that his penance next time around?
Oh, crap. Yeah.
I don't.
Insurrection.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're on your own for that one.
Is that a bad one then?
Oh,
Yeah.
it's terrible.
It's the
Really,
worst.
really bad. It's got a really fucking terrible CGI caterpillar character thing of wrong.
Oh, yeah, what about him?
So I've got a question for you, Amarivo. If you were to subject yourself to something, what would your guilty pleasure be that you'd force people to watch? What's your Star Trek 5?
Well, I don't know that I have a Star Trek 5? Do I have a film that I think is good when everybody else knows it's bollocks? Not sure I do. There are films I enjoy that I know are rubbish, so I'm not going to argue with anyone who says it's rubbish. I'll be like, I know that's why I like it. It's terrible. Star Crash is a good example of a film I really enjoy, but I know it's fucking terrible.
Yes.
And I'm not about to try and convince anybody otherwise. If I had to watch a film over and over and over again, it would probably be either The Big Lebowski or Grand Budapest Hotel, maybe.
Okay. They're good choices, yeah. And not objectively terrible, so, that's a bonus.
I haven't seen either of them yet.
Oh,
Have you not? Lee, when you finally get around to listen to this, stick them on the docket. Sure they're on some
They've
service.
already done the Lebowski, haven't they?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
I
think
don't
they
know
have.
if they've done Grand Budapest though.
Possibly not.
No.
Yeah. So who's this little furry gentleman joining you here?
That's Pete.
Careful. My trousers open again.
It's a dressing gown, mate. Do it up. Because they can't actually see you in the chat, they have no idea.
That's right.
No, I know. It's like-
This is Fizz, our pug.
that's what we call it. Oh, it's a dog. It's a dog we're talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Fizz being short for Fizz Gig because she does
Okay.
really look like a Fizz Gig.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, good girl.
Cute little puppy.
Although she just snore through our podcast, which is a bit embarrassing.
What Chewy's worse though, and in fact, was it the last one that actually went out where they were both snoring at the same time? You could barely hear us. It was you combine that with fireworks. We've had it.
Are they the ones that we hear barking during is it the Battlestar that I listen to?
Yeah,
Occasionally, yeah.
occasionally barking, or snoring,
Yeah.
or just shuffling around.
They
That's
only
the
bark
one
when there's a
we need to edit.
Cylon on screen.
Yeah, but there's another reason why we need to edit is occasionally they just decide to be really noisy and shuffly, and we're just like, we're just going to have to let this run, let the dog settle down, and then we can pick it up again.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she's cute. And occasionally you also get the cat meowing as well. This one though, this is the one that stole my beer. I was drinking
like
beer, and Chewy isn't bothered by it, and she's got a small little head, and I hadn't realised that she can actually fit her head in a pint glass. So she stuck her head in my pint glass and started lapping my beer because I put my glass down on the floor.
Didn't that happen at the start of one of the last recordings of the Battlestar one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Happened at the beginning. Yes.
Yeah. There was a brief intermission after that.
Just to pour another beer though.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't drinking the same one.
Care of the dog.
Oh. So how are your cats, Andy?
Oh, they're both well. Kaylee is currently asleep over on the bed, looking very cute. So I do I want to disturb her for a podcast?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. One moment.
Come and get it.
Always disturb the cat. It's the best thing to do.
Aha! Here you go. Here's Kaylee.
Oh.
This is Kaylee. who was sleeping very peacefully and is now most upset that I've done
Oh,
that.
she hasn't got a little
She wants to run
umbrella.
away. There you go. That's Kaylee. Oh. Little fluffy kitty. Okay, off you go. I know you're staying now.
No,
she's off. She's off. She's probably going to go and sleep on the floor down there. And Amos is our other cat, who's a bit more sketchy and is currently sleeping in a laundry basket out in the hallway. Even if I brought him in, he'd be like, no, and shoot off. So I won't bother with that. But they're both well. The fireworks haven't seemed to bother them at the minute. So,
Nice.
That's good.
That's good.
I think it's Lee, not one of the Lees we know. Lee Custance from the Corn Pre podcast says that she's looking into adopting a cat. Excellent idea. Both of my cats came from the RSPCA. Highly recommend rescue cats.
Yes.
Well worth looking into.
The cat that we ended up with, we rescued him as well. God, that was flipping hell. That was years ago. That was about 20 years ago now. Obviously, he's not around anymore.
So what, January?
Sorry?
Yeah, what, January.
But yeah, we rescued him for £20. We got him, and it was the best £20 I've ever spent in my whole life. He was brilliant. He was amazing. I love that cat.
Uh-huh.
What?
She's got a little bowl down there, so she's just
okay.
She's having a little drink.
Oh, sweet.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh, both our dogs are rescue dogs. Is your dog a rescue, Elton?
I'm unaware of the origins of this dog.
It just turned up in the house one day.
Beamed into your house one day, and you went, "This is my dog."
It did. That's how we ended up with him.
It turned up with a bindle, a red shoulder, a little dog bowl in it.
Stork came along and left a package in my rhubarb, and that's where he got his name from. No, it wasn't. Because we're looking after him. He's we've adopted him for a little while. We've had him 2 years now.
That's more than a little while.
I think it's longer than what everyone thought it would be. But
yeah,
he's brilliant. I absolutely adore him. I think he's amazing. He's not a licky dog, which I appreciate. He's got a proper bark on him, so he doesn't yap. Next door's dog yaps. Oof. But yeah, he's got a proper bark on him, and I think he's brilliant. I don't trust him though. That's the only problem. I can't let him off a lead and just let him run off, because him being like a having black hair, he'll go into the woods, disappear, poof.
Do you not get one of the flashy thingies?
I have had them flashy thingies, and they've fallen off before, so I just don't trust.
Because we put them on Fizz's harness because she's black. If you're walking, like, all it takes is these days walk at 4 o'clock and it's dark, and she's a black dog in the dark, so you have to have a way of spotting her. Whereas Chewy, our other dog's white, so he's all right. But yeah, little black dog in the dark, definitely need a flashy thing. And
I think the terrier in him takes over absolutely everything. If he sees something, that's it. The terrier shutters come down, and that's it. There's no recall.
Chewy's 13. So you would think that, being an older dog, he might be a bit sedate. A couple of weeks back, I lost him over the park because one minute I could see him and Fizz. I walk around a corner, I only had Fizz. Now that's quite normal if he's stopping and sniffing things. So I went back where I'd just been, he wasn't there. And I was then walking around the entire park looking for him for like half an hour with another person who's in the park who just thankfully just helped me out and said, I'll help you. And eventually someone said, I saw a white dog chasing after something. And it was just, he might be thirsty, but in the blink of an eye, something off. And he's deaf. So you can't call him back.
Yeah.
Because he can't hear.
No, they're a proper pain. But I think he's... I don't want to say that he's here to stay, just in case he has to go and we have to say goodbye to him. But at the moment, he's been here over 2 years, and so yeah.
Have you
He's
tried
part of the
registering?
furniture.
It is part of the part of the furniture. Sorry, what was that, Anne Marie?
I was going to say, have you tried registering him? Because Chewy came to us as a stray, and signs and that will put up in a local area. You know what I mean? Is this your dog? He had no microchip or anything, so we just right, he's ours now. Took him down the vets, got him microchipped and registered him. Because someone had abandoned him.
Do you know the story behind our dog?
No.
Okay. It was my son's girlfriend's mum's dog, or his girlfriend at the time, mum's dog, and she was quite poorly, and she had problems where she couldn't have a dog around because infections would be brought into the house, and so Amanda and the kids went, yes, we'll look after it, brilliant, thank you very much. And it was, we're having a dog turn up, and I was like, okay, for how long is this going to be for?
Couple of weeks. It's fun.
It might be some time, but it'll be about 9 months or so. And here we are in 2020. So it turned out to be like a long stay at our house. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure if he's able to go back because of bringing infections in, etc. So I think it's best that he doesn't go back just yet, and we wait until everything in the world settles down a little bit, and then we think about, okay, does he want to go back, etc. So, but he's the cutest little dude in town, so I can't moan.
Plus, you're moving soon, and I never find you again.
Yeah, that's true. We could just abandon. That's it. Yep. Sorry. Yeah. No. Close the doors. I could put like pieces of wood across my front door, couldn't I? That'd be amazing, like cartoons.
I feel like you should.
Or do
make
that.
The place.
Yeah, do that thing where you put the piece of wood with nails in your front door, but then you've got to remember which way your door opens and make sure that you don't tread on the nails.
Yes. Yeah. Did you see in the news recently? I'm not too sure if it was recently. I saw it recently. Someone was on the run because they painted like a bridge on a brick wall, very much like the Roadrunner. Oh no, like the Wile E. Coyote.
Yeah.
And there was a picture of the tunnel that was painted there and a crashed car.
Oh no!
I don't know if it's a stage picture or not, but yeah, it was there and it made me chuckle.
Oh, excellent.
Better that than a ton of dynamite, in a hole in the road sort of thing.
Yeah, or just a big rocket with...
Or a massive anvil just dropping.
Yeah.
Poor coyote. If only he knew he was actually technically faster than a Roadrunner, wouldn't have had this issue.
There we go.
Yeah.
Do they actually go meep meep?
I don't think so, no.
Crushing disappointment.
It's 2020 for you. It just keeps on giving.
Yeah.
So what is everyone watching? Are you guys watching The Mandalorian and stuff like that?
Yes, but we only got Disney Plus recently, free for 6 months with our youngest's phone. So we still haven't finished season 1.
Mm-hmm.
We've watched 6 episodes, I think.
I think so.
So we will then just go straight into season 2 afterwards. We're watching 1 or 2 a week. As a family, really enjoying it. But please no spoilers because we are behind.
No.
Oh.
No, don't worry about that.
There'll be no spoilers, but I will say it continues to remain very good.
Excellent.
Are you in? You're into season 2 now, aren't you? Yes.
Me? Oh yes.
Right. Okay. And that is very good. Is it better than the first season, or is it on par with the first season?
Well, it's only 3 episodes in so far, so it's kind of hard to say if it's better or not. But there's been 3 episodes, and I've loved all 3. So I will say this, not a spoiler, but if you get the chance, especially now you have Disney Plus, to watch some of the Clone Wars and Rebels, it will greatly enhance your understanding and enjoyment of the show, because Dave Filoni, who was the creator of those shows, is one of the creators of this show, and he's pulling in everything. There's background characters who you might go, oh, that was an interesting character. There's an entire story arc in Clone Wars to do with them.
We did
Plus,
watch
it made
some of the earlier
Anakin
Clone
good,
Wars, didn't we? But is what we've watched is a lot of what we've watched and when we've watched it has been about what we've got at any given time, rather than necessarily us choosing to watch or not watch a thing. It's about, have we got Netflix, yes or no? You know, when did we get Prime? Do you know what I mean? It's
all the streaming services.
It is that balancing act of what streaming service do you get as well. Because I'm feeding off my mum's Amazon account, and I don't know how, but I found myself rewatching The Office. I'm up to season 3, and I've done that in like 3-4 days maybe. And
Elton, how do you live with yourself? How is Jeff Bezos going to get by without you subscribing to Amazon? You mooch, you know. How do you? I'm ashamed.
I feel guilty.
you don't have to,
I feel slightly guilty, but not much though.
No.
Not much.
don't. You don't have to do this on air. Maybe send me a message on Messenger. I like the idea of being able to give my mum access to our Prime. That sounds good to me. So
Yeah. Well, we'll have that discussion later on.
Yes.
Post Green Room thing, but yes. Plus, as we know, there's the Great Derelict Lending Library is available for special requests. So you know.
Yes.
But that's a discussion for a different day.
Yes, it is. But it's a very helpful library. It is too. Yes.
It is indeed. Elton, we were promised a pinboard.
Yes. What's the pin board? What we're putting pins in?
I have a pinboard. It is still the map. We can put.
Well, we can
Take all the pins out. Find
can
a new
brainstorm
thing,
something
and
here.
we'll put new pins in.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not a Shonky Lab Live without a
I have
pinboard. You see?
Yeah, we've got to choose a thing. I don't know what we're choosing.
Yeah.
We're choosing a thing.
Well, last time I think it was where we would want to stay out the apocalypse, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. I'm pulling all the pins out.
Okay, the pins are being removed.
This is going to be a thing now, isn't it? The pinboard.
Yeah. It's yeah.
He's a pinboard wizard.
There's the jingle waiting to happen, isn't there?
Yeah.
Okay, right. Well, there we go. There's the pinboard again.
Yeah.
Oh, we could play the game. No, but then you end up on the A's. You know, when you say a name of a country, and the last letter of that country you have to choose a country that begins with that letter. That doesn't make sense.
It does. Yes. So the last letter of whatever you say is the first letter of whatever I say. I'm good at that.
Could play that, but you always end up on A's. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I know loads of A's, so you're all right.
Okay. Are we playing this game now then?
Yes, please.
Apparently we are. So let's just roll with it until we can't, and see where we go from there.
This is very much on the fly. Okay. So who would like to go first?
Given
Well,
that
Anne-Marie seems to be the one who knows how this works. So.
True, but I'm just thinking if I know the A's, I should follow on from someone else, shouldn't I?
Well, look, we've got one in the chat right now. Lee Stringer has said Afghanistan.
Brilliant.
So,
Somebody needs to name a country then that begins with N,
Okay.
while Elton finds Afghanistan.
I got to find Afghanistan. Oh,
well, I'll pick one then, beginning with N, and I'll go with New Zealand. Nice. Easy one.
hang on. I got to find Afghanistan. I should know where this is.
It's in the Middle East
I'm
area.
looking there. Afghanistan. There we go. We got it. There we go. I need some red string now, don't I?
You really do, yeah. You need this on in the garage. I want for the live sessions a wall
Yeah,
full of cutouts with red string between them all.
big map.
Yeah. So we've got Andy said New Zealand.
Okay. So we're going to New Zealand.
And then we've got some in the chat. I'll read them out when you're ready, Elton.
Right. Okay. So we've gone to D. So we need
Denmark. Yep. Drew said Denmark.
Denmark. Okay.
And then whoever is El Custance said Kenya.
Hang on.
And then we're back to the A's.
So I'm going to have an A then.
Hang on. Jeez. What was that last one?
So Kenya.
Get with the program, Willie Fogg.
Have you guys heard that they're doing a film version of the animated cartoon?
No, I love the animated cartoon.
Yes.
An A.
The one with the lion, Willie Fogg. It's going to be awesome.
Yes. The only Willie Fogg.
Azerbaijan.
Oh, I know where that is.
80 days around the world. No. We'll find a pot of gold just sitting where the rainbows end in
time. It gets worse than that, though. They're also doing Dogtanian and the Three Musket Hounds.
All for one. Musket Hounds are always ready. Sorry, I've got the complete Dogtanian on DVD.
Okay.
So now we've got then Nepal as the next one after Azerbaijan.
Right, you're gonna have to point me to where Nepal is.
Himalayas.
Yeah.
The pointy bits.
Have you seen the quality of this map?
It should really be a globe, to be honest. Ideally one which you could lift up and has alcohol inside, but...
Nice.
Oh, Nepal. It's not on here.
It's on your chest. You got two of them. Oh, it's nipple. Sorry.
Where's Nepal near? I'm trying to think. What other regions are in the Himalayas?
Just tag China. China will be happy then. Just do that.
Find China and then
got it. I was looking in totally the wrong place.
Hey.
Okay, so then we've got Lithuania.
This is just an episode where I look quizzical at the camera while trying to put pins into a board, isn't it?
Is it balls? Yeah.
Lithuania.
And after Lithuania, I think we'll take a break from map time, just so Elton doesn't have to go cross-eyed looking at the map.
Okay. No, that's fine.
At least I'm learning something here. Hang on a second.
You are.
So,
you are.
Lithuania. Where do I think Lithuania is?
Lummy dogs.
Lithuania. Okay, you're gonna.
It's in that region somewhere. It's over there.
Right. Son of a bitch.
Drew, this is a guess from Drew, so let's see how right he is. Drew is guessing that maybe Lithuania is near Poland.
Oh, I know where Poland is. Oh, I see it. Yes. Yep. Okay. Cool. Got it. Thank you.
Is that where Dr. Doom's from?
So we're on an A, and I'll give you an A when we come back. But we're going to take a break from the map for a bit.
I can put the board down for a bit.
You could put it away for a second, and I think, Elton, because you didn't get a chance to, I think because not everyone listens to the Black Dog podcast, you need to tell the tale of the 4-hour chair ride.
Okay, yes. Just before I do that, apologies, because I think the stream's a bit wonky in YouTube at the moment. There's a little discrepancy between the two things. I'll sort that out in post. That is post, isn't it? Yeah, it is post. I'll sort that out later and put a new episode up, so don't worry about that. But me stuck in a 4-hour in a chair for 4 hours. Then yes, okay. I went to work and I twinged my back. Is the short story about that? It was like someone electrocuted me at the bottom of my spine. It was hideous, and I felt sick as well. I almost threw up. I felt faint. I felt faint twice before in my life. Once when I cut my thumb. Cut my thumb, and I can't remember the other time. But then this time I felt faint. It was hideous. I couldn't move out of this chair. I was sat in this carver chair, and I just couldn't move out of it. If I did that, I was fine, and if I did that, I was fine. anywhere in the middle of leaning either left or right, it was... Childbirth has nothing on this pain that I had. It was hideous.
And you would know how?
What, have you had a bad back before, young lady?
Yes, and childbirth.
Oh, okay.
My bad back was made worse by childbirth, as it happens.
That's a bummer.
It was a bit. Still is.
But yes, this was hideous pain. It felt... I think I described this on the Black Dog podcast as... do you remember the old Action Force action figures where they had the little black rubber band that connected the torso to the hips? It was as if my rubber band had snapped and was wiggling around.
Did you used to do that thing where you used to twist them round and round and round, and then they zip, 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 zip? Yeah, you did that too many times.
Yeah.
Then yeah, it's
I
tragic.
did the same thing with my Barbie doll's head.
Oh.
My dad fixed it with a nail on an elastic band.
Frankenstein's Barbie.
So
Yeah.
The bolt sticking out its neck.
I'm not scary at all.
were Barbie's heads held on with like the rubber band then, were they?
I don't think they were. I think I just decided mine ought to have been.
Ah, okay. Good.
Seems reasonable, you know.
I had visions of Sid from Toy Story then just
Yeah.
amalgamating all your toys into one single one.
No, I never did that, but I did do some odd things with my toys, to be fair.
Yeah.
Right, this is still a kids show.
Anyway, sorry, Elton. You carry on about your
Oh, okay.
backstory.
I couldn't move out of this chair, so I ended up getting reception to come up to me.
Oh, you're wet. Oh.
Sorry,
That's
that's
the
the dog. No context for you.
Oh dear, I've missed this.
Yeah.
I really have.
We should usually be in a pub doing this, making everyone around us being very uncomfortable.
Yeah, screw them losers.
That was doing it the comfort of people's own homes.
We don't have to get everyone to move so we get a bigger table.
Yeah.
It's true. We're all kind of hovering next to the table, like going, "You want to move, don't you?"
Yes, I ended up getting security to come up and rescue me. I could hear them slowly getting closer and closer because they all had walkie-talkies talking to each other.
They should have had motion trackers.
Except
He's in the walls, man. He's in the walls. I could be inside the room.
Oh, I wish. That would have been amazing. But yeah, they were really nice. The people at this building that I was at, they were really, really nice. And they were very sympathetic. And I don't think they thought I was joking around. There was none of this, "Are you sure you're not just playing around to get a day off?" I'm like, no. So there was none of that, thank goodness. They did call an ambulance. The ambulance phoned back and said, "Yeah, we're not turning up. We had like a..." That's it. That's what they needed. Had a first responder, and he asked me a couple of questions, right? Now, I don't know whether these are related to my back or what, but he asked me, can I feel inside my thighs? So I had to pinch myself inside my thighs, and I could feel that. He went, "Okay, fine. Can you clench your buttocks?" And so I clenched my buttocks, and I said, "Yes, I can. I can do that." He went, "Then can you, now this might sound weird, can you clench your pelvic floor?" Basically, my Biffin's Bridge. My no man's land. Whatever you want to call it. I don't like when people call it a gooch, though. No.
you talking?
Perineum.
That's it.
This is the stuff that I will not be googling.
No, because you
Probably
were
wise.
Googling from. It will come up in the next podcast. Battlestar.
Oh, there you go. There's not an episode called
Google.
Paranorm, is there?
No.
No, this is all
Liam the
about
chat
sex cults,
thinks-
apparently.
Liam the chat thinks he might have been flirting with you, Elton.
I'm not going to discourage that at all. Not going to discourage that at all.
Oh, Jack Woodgate said he once had a boil on his perineum. Oh!
Oh man, how did you get boils there?
I don't know. You get boils anyway. So.
That's a bit grim.
Yeah.
I need to bleach that out of my system. Oh,
Anyway, 4 hours, bad back. Could you clench? That's where we were.
clenching, and apparently because I hadn't lost control of my bladder or anything else, and I could clench my floor and buttocks. They turned around and said, you don't need an ambulance." And I was quite glad because
Just walk it off. You're fine.
well, that was the recommendation for it, because nobody wants to go to hospital at the moment with what's going on.
No.
I didn't want to go to hospital, and I was kind of relieved, but also I want to go in an ambulance. I've never been in an ambulance before, but there we go. That's the child in me. It was a relief. Luckily enough, the lady downstairs on reception, she had some cocodamol. So I bunged a couple of them in and waited for half hour and managed to get myself out of that chair. That was painful. That was really painful. It was kind of, I could feel it kind of clicking where I knew where I couldn't position myself. So I was trying to force myself up and trying to wiggle around as well. And I could feel it clicking every now and again. It was not fun. It was not fun. But I'm glad it's over. I managed to drive home, and now I have a hot water bottle behind me at the moment, so keeping me nice and chilled. So
It seems a black dog tradition. I mean, Jim's done it. I think Lee's done it at this point. You've now done it. So Darren's next, I believe.
Darren is next. I'm surprised he hasn't already done it. I think, let's be honest, we're all surprised he hasn't already done that. He would have been written down on the cards, the first one to do that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
It should have been.
Yeah.
Unless he did it so early before the cast was a thing
Yes,
and just
that's
hasn't
true.
admitted to it. You
Yeah.
know, so who knows? You know.
Yeah.
That could possibly be a thing, yes.
Talking of not wanting to go to hospital, though, I don't think any of you know my giving blood story.
Oh no.
So, I used to give blood years and years ago, and then hadn't for a whole variety of reasons. And I thought I really ought to. So I got in touch with a blood donor service because I kept trying to get appointments literally around the corner from us where they take blood donations and could never get an appointment. So I basically sent them an email saying, I want to give blood, but I can never get an appointment. And this nice lady phoned me up and said, "Where do you live? I'll get you an appointment. We need blood donors." So I go down, and I'm someone who's nearly always thirsty. It's one of the reasons why, if you've been in the pub with me, I often have a soft drink on the go at the same time as I have an alcoholic drink. And I've known for ages that, I'm just a thirsty person. Various points in my life, various people have gone, "Oh, you must be diabetic," and tested me for diabetes. And I don't have diabetes, and I know that. So before I went to give blood, I drank a lot of water. I got there, they gave me water. I drank a load of it. After I'd given blood, I also drank a load of it because I know that I need to. But I have never felt as thirsty in my life as I did after I'd given blood. And I brought some dark chocolate with me to eat as a snack, because you're supposed to have, do you know what I mean, something to eat afterwards. So I got me dark chocolate, And I can remember sitting there thinking, I'm really, really thirsty. I must get up and get myself another drink. Next thing I know, I can see somebody's face sort of in front of mine going, are you okay? Can you hear me? Can you tell me your name?
Oh.
And I had passed out, and apparently I had stood up to go and get myself that drink and passed out, hitting my head on the table on the way down. And actually, I can tell you where I hit it, and I can actually feel the V shape of the corner of the table still in my head. And this was, 4-5 weeks ago now? Quite some time ago.
Wow.
And I'm like, so I was fully conscious. So I'm like, well, my name's Anne-Marie. And they go, where are you? And I went, I'm here to give blood. I'd given blood. Why am I on
It's
the
all
floor?
on the floor.
Do you know what I mean? It's sort of, yeah. And they were talking to me.
If this was only 5 weeks ago, you missed a fantastic opportunity there. For when they're saying, can you hear me? You should have said, yes, I can hear you, Clem Fandango.
But so I'm answering all their questions, and they're saying, how do you feel? And I'm like, my head hurts. So they examined my head, and they couldn't see any blood or whatever. And then somebody said, oh, you hit your head on the table as you went down. And they said, how do you feel? And I just went, I feel really, really thirsty. So they got me a drink, fine. And I was drinking the drink, and they were measuring my pulse, and they were really worried about my pulse. To this day, I don't know what my pulse was. I just know they were really, really worried about my pulse. And then they went, can you sit up? So I tried to sit up, and then the world span, and it was like, no, sitting up isn't a thing that's going to happen anytime soon. Sorry. And so because of the combination of, apparently I had a very low heart rate, very low blood pressure, and I'd hit my head, they called an ambulance because they weren't sure what was going on. Oh, but the main thing I just kept saying to everybody was, I'm thirsty. That's the main thing I can tell you right now is I'm thirsty. So they kept giving me drinks. I drank 2, those big water filters, they hold about 2 pints at least, and I can't how much. I drank 2 whole water filters of water, and they couldn't get it to me fast enough in terms of filling it up. So they were like offering me other drinks, anything, do you know what I mean, that they could get their hands on. And then the paramedics arrived. They were still concerned about my heart, so they gave me an ECG. And they were sort of like, okay, we're going to try and get you up. And they're like, they then said they took me to the ambulance to do the ECG and do various other tests. And they have, they always keep water in the ambulance in case anybody needs rehydrating. I drank the ambulance out of water. And initially I was starting to feel guilty about the fact this ambulance was here because I felt fine, except that I knew I couldn't get home. I knew that if they asked me to get up and walk, I was not capable of doing it. I kind of felt like I ought to be, but there was just, it wasn't happening. And they said, how are you getting home? Peter had a meeting, so my mum ended up coming and picking me up. But after a while, I didn't feel guilty because the guy, there was 2 paramedics, a guy and a woman. And the woman was chatting away to me, and the guy went to get something, and he actually broke the door of the ambulance when he went to go and get whatever it was. And then they were like, you don't need to feel guilty because actually we can't go anywhere in this ambulance now because we can't open the door.
Oh, well.
Yeah, and it was
happy accidents.
Yeah, and it was so if there's 2 doors. There's the door with the tailgate and everything, and then there's a side door. If he'd only broken the side door, it would have been okay. But it was the tailgate door that he'd broken.
Yeah, so you can't get the textures up and down under.
And 2 minutes later,
that's
Anne-Marie had the radiator hose out and was drinking the juice out of the ambulance as well.
But so when my mum picked me up, they still kept saying, "Oh, we think you should go to hospital." And I'm just sitting there looking at them like, "Look, I know that I'm not well enough to just walk home. I know that's why you've made me call someone, and you'll only discharge me if someone can take me home. You know what I mean? I know I'm not capable of walking, but I'm not that ill that I'm going to go to hospital in a pandemic. It just isn't happening. You know what I mean? It's not." But I carried on drink. I did not stop drinking, and this is just water or I wasn't even allowed tea. I was allowed decaf tea, but not tea, if you see what I mean, not normal tea or water. I carried on drinking right until I went to bed. Did not stop drinking constantly.
Pissed like a racehorse all morning.
And then since then, they've given me a load of blood tests and they've gone, "You're all right." And they've given me an ECG and they've gone, "You all right?" And the doctor phoned me up and went, "Yeah, basically you're just really thirsty, aren't you?" And I went, "Yeah." And they went, "Don't give blood again." I went, "Okay." I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? It's just, for whatever reason, I get really, really thirsty. And if I were to give blood again, chances are exactly the same thing would happen. I'd end up with extreme dehydration and pass out again.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, yeah.
Yeah. But
Are we doing the Jaws thing now? Are we all just sitting around drinking alcohol, telling about war stories now?
Yeah, we'll get our scars out very, very soon, won't we?
are you going to... Do they know you're getting run over story? Peter?
We're about to hear it.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, I'll tell you what, Pete. I'll do mine, and then you can do yours. Yes, you can psych yourself up for it, yeah? Right, okay, then. Now, I don't have a recent one because I've just been sitting in this room for the last 27 years or 8 months, however long 2020's been. But I will tell you the tale of how I shattered my arm. Some people may know this story, some may not. But it does involve scars. So if you can see, I've got... Can you see that one there?
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to see that one. It's a bit easier to see that one there.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. So we're going to have to travel back quite a way. Mists of time. 1997. It's been a while. Sports day at school. Now, a man of my physique, you might be wondering, well, what do you care about sports day? But I didn't always look like this. I was the fat kid at school. So if there's one thing I fucking hated, it was sports day. Detested it. But on the plus side, you got out of class, you just got to prep around, and it was all absolutely fine. So, sports day in the morning, everyone has to take part. It's not. It's compulsory. You have to do it. But in the evening, all the sporty kids go and compete for the houses. So we just go and sit up in the stands and have lunch and just dot about for a while. So I'm at this sports stadium in North London, and it's lunchtime. So everyone's got their packed lunches in their plastic bags and stuff like that. And I'm walking down the stadium to where my friends are down at the front, and some careless individual has left a plastic bag in the stairs that I don't notice. So as I'm walking down the stairs, one foot goes into the plastic bag, and then the other foot goes into the plastic bag, and then I go flying forwards. And I go flying forwards, arms out, and is the net result. Yeah. So I've landed at the bottom, and everyone has erupted in laughter. Okay, everyone in that stadium is laughing. Fat kid has just fallen down the stairs. Hilarious, okay? There's people laughing, but don't know why they're laughing. They just know something funny has happened, so that's what we're doing. But as I get up and my arm's doing all this sort of stuff, there's such a sharp intake of breath emanating from me at the centre. It's like a vacuum. Everyone kind of goes... sort of thing. So I'm there with my arm all kind of like this. Excuse me, can I go up the stairs to go? Oh wait, I have to go back down to my mates, who are still in shock, to give them the little keys to my bike's padlock so they can cycle my bike home for me. Because I'm in shock. I don't feel a fucking thing. But go past the teachers who don't know what to do with me. It's horrible. And then get into an ambulance, rushed away, sort of thing. Nothing wrong at all. As far as I'm concerned, it was great. I've gotten out of doing sports day. It was absolutely fine until about an hour and a half later, sitting in the A&E, where all of a sudden I screamed like you wouldn't believe. Would you like to know why I suddenly screamed?
Yes, please.
I suddenly got cramp in my legs. My legs just suddenly cramped up, and people thought they were torturing some poor kid. No, it was just like, yeah. Anyway, net result: 2 bars and 12 bolts hold my arm together, and had to beat the man to death with his own shoe.
Do you beep in airport scanners then?
No, I was worried about that, but no, the metal and stuff they use for those, it doesn't matter. I don't really have any feeling along here or along here. It's when you get pins and needles, it's like that, because the nerve runs along the plate that goes along there, so it's all a bit fuzzy. But yeah, other than that, it's fine.
So it feels like someone else's hand then?
No.
Almost. It's almost. Only these 2 fingers though. So yeah, that's my one. So Pete, we must know.
Well, I was a spotty teenager. You know that thing when you were taught how to safely cross a road, where you
Look left, look right, look left again, and then just go.
That's it. Yeah, I did the left, the right, but not the left again, and then found out why you should actually look left again. Because I got halfway across, there was a car coming on the left. I thought, ooh, that's coming a bit faster. I better turn around. And in the meantime, somebody had pulled out on my right of a road, and I got hit by that car.
Ow!
And just went straight over the bonnet. It was a sort of Sweeney job. It's quite dramatic.
I was gonna say, it's like Meet Joe Black. You just got.
Yep, basically a bounce. In the process, unfortunately, making a rather big hole in my back. I didn't know that at the time, and I just carried on. Apologised to the driver, much to everybody's amusement. And then I was walking. I thought, oh, I'm sweating badly, and it wasn't sweat as it turned out. My mate who was walking home with me had a look for me, and he went white and said, "You've got a big hole in your back."
Oh God!
So it's not what you want to hear. So I ended up flat on the grass verge then after that. And one of the few things I remember, obviously, kids being kids, they all gathered around.
Started
poking
it.
And at one point, I looked up. Yeah. At one point, I look round, and there's the local Roman Catholic priest hovering over me, which is not a sight you want to see. It's like, no, I don't need the last rides. They're going to be fine. But yeah, that was my ride in an ambulance anyway, which was fun. Yeah. And I've got quite an impressive scar on my back, but I won't be showing you that tonight.
Oh, okay.
Cool. I have Darren trying to get involved as well.
Oh, do we want to let him in?
That's what I have to find out. Has he already put his back out? Is it?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we need to know.
This is true.
Back out before Black Dog started.
Right, I'm going to have to work out how to. Hang on. Okay. Can someone please give Darren the link for the YouTube in that Facebook post that I stuck up?
I
Can
can do that. Yes, I will message him it
because
directly.
he's texted me saying, "How do I join? Join what? What do you want to join? Like the chat room or the actual conversation? I'm happy for either."
Well,
I've just sent him the link
on
to
YouTube, so I think probably he wants to Skype.
Is he on the
in.
chat on the YouTube?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well then,
he's gone let and then me and then in.
I haven't seen that.
You shall not pass.
Okay, right. All you have to do is Skype Shonky Lab. Join that and Skype in, and I will merge you into the call because apparently it works. So you don't have to have.
I mean, no one will be able to see you.
No,
no, I haven't worked it out properly.
Podcast is fine. It's all right.
No,
people can hear the disembodied voices.
Yeah.
Incidentally, Amory, your laugh got another compliment. Lee loves it. So
excellent. Good.
Come, Darren. Come on, Darren. Come on.
There is, of course, the other time that I ended up in an ambulance.
Oh, okay.
Which was me and Peter decided that we was going to have sex on
Oh
the beach.
no! Not this story.
And,
please just leave it there.
Afterwards, when we were back, we got a bit lost because we was staying. Was it a holiday?
Newquay.
It was in Newquay.
Nookie on Newquay.
Nookie and Newquay, yes. I think it was holiday cottages or something that a friend had organised, and we just got lost. I mean, I'm good at lost anyway. And we ended up in a fucking golf course. And because it was dark, I literally thought I was stepping forwards, and they had cut paths where the paths were a lot lower. And I literally it was like stepping off a cliff edge. I mean, it wasn't, but I just went down and landed awkwardly and could not get up. And so I was in real pain, and Peter could tell I was in real pain. And this was in the days before mobiles and that. So Peter went to go and try and find a phone box. He ended up injuring his coccyx because he was running so fast.
That's coccyx, everybody. The bone at the bottom of your spine. Not yeah.
Because he was running so fast, he also fell over. And eventually an ambulance came, and they kept saying, how did you injure your spine? And I kept saying, well, I was walking back across a golf course, but I didn't know it was a golf course, and I stepped, which is all true. But of course, my underwear was full of sand, and they kept going, yes, of course.
Yeah.
If that's what you say, yeah, we believe you. And I'm like, no, but that is what happened. What happened before then is not relevant.
Yeah. No, that was from the beach earlier.
Yeah, exactly. That's that. Yeah. Basically, it turned out I'd cracked but not broken my pelvis.
What?
And it's
Through the fall. It wasn't me.
so it was so a break is where it separates. Yes. So it hadn't separated, but there was a crack in the bone. And that's what I'd done. And there are times when, particularly in really damp, cold weather, there are still times when it hurts. But I wasn't. Initially, what happened was, absolutely bloody agony, and I'm in the hospital, and they take me for an X-ray, and initially they don't see anything, and that's common with a crack. It often doesn't show up until later. And basically, the nurse just said to me, because I needed the loo, and I said I need the loo, and I can't walk there. And she went, well, it's not broken. You must be fine. And I went, it might not be broken, but I am not fine, and I need the loo. I need some crutches or something in order to be able to get there. And eventually, begrudgingly, they gave me crutches. But yes, it was only later when it started to hurt again after about 6 weeks, I think it was. And the doctor was like, yeah, that will be bone knitting together. And so it was actually later that they then said that that's what I'd done. It was a crack. So it wasn't a break that would have shown on an X-ray. It was a crack in the bone.
That is terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. So you still feel it in cold weathers and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Are you like a human barometer now that you know when the weather is changing?
Sometimes it starts to hurt, and I think it's a combination of cold and wet. So if it's just cold or just wet, I don't feel it. It's if it's both. So if it's either going to get colder or going, it's already cold because it's winter and it's going to rain. I can be a bit of a human barometer. So I can be like, yeah, it's going to rain. Because it bloody hurts. It's cold already. It's going to rain.
That is terrifying.
But yeah,
You've got all that to look forward to.
But the thing is, as well, is I have no night vision. I just don't. It's I can't see in the dark. Genuinely, I can't see in the dark at all. So unless it's really, really bright moonlight, and even then, not very well. And it was, you see, the thing is, I didn't have the special hat that Martin had got me. Because Martin, when he found out that I couldn't see in the dark, for my birthday one year, got me a hat with a light on it. It's a woolly hat with a light.
I have one of them.
Right. Now, if I'd had that back then, I would have seen that there was a drop and I would not have fallen down.
Right. Hey.
If we could go back to the Shonky Lab greatest hits, on Wish you can get cheap night vision now.
Can you?
Yeah.
Yes.
The little monocle thing, yeah. just what you need for the apocalypse.
Definitely. Right. Can I suggest something that we do? We all break for 5 minutes, grab some more drinks, maybe relieve ourselves from drinks as well, and we all convene again in about 10 minutes' time and continue and try and get that Darren on as well to find out if he has ever done his back in.
We can bring the mat back.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Right, we'll do that.
Okay.
I'll have to charge up my phone as well. And
oh wait, he's here.
Okay. Can I merge him in? I can't merge him in. Oh, I can't merge him in.
Can I try?
Hang about.
Can you merge him in?
No.
Yes, I meant. Answering this call will place your current call on hold. Right, hang on. I'm gonna answer him. I'll be back in a second. Darren.
Yeah.
Darren.
Hello.
Darren.
Hello. Can you hear me?
We can. We're just going for a tiddle break.
Okay. I know this has been torture trying to get in.
We're going for a tiddle break, so I'll phone you in 5 minutes if that's all right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'll speak to you in 5 minutes.
That's fine.
Cool.
We'll be back.
Okay, hang on a second. Right, I'll cut you off. Hang on. Let me cut you off. Oh, there you go. I think everything's cut off now. Yeah, everything's cut off. Right, I'm going to stop that, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So.